Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Millbrae Special Planning Commission meeting this evening. I'd like to read about the video conferencing this evening. Per Governor Gavin Newsom's executive order number 2920 and the March 16th, 2020 order of the health officer, San Mateo County, directing all individuals living in the county to shelter in place of residence. The governor has allowed local legislative bodies to hold public meetings via teleconference and to make public meetings accessible telephonically or otherwise electronically to all members of the public seeking to observe and to address the local legislative body or state body to avoid public gatherings, and has suspended all contrary provisions of the Brown Act. This meeting will be via video conference only and can be watched in real time on the Millbrae Community Television Cable Channel 27 or on www.mctv.tv. To maximize time for public comment, members of the public are encouraged to provide comments by joining the Planning Commission meeting via Zoom. For web, visit http://zoom.us/. Join a meeting and enter meeting ID number 812-1285-1606. Use the raise hand feature to request to speak. For dial-in comments, call 1-669-900-9128. Enter the meeting ID 812-1285-1606 to speak. All public comments are subject to a 3-minute time limit unless otherwise determined by the chair. At this moment, I would like to call to order the Special Planning Commission meeting of June the 2nd, 2021. May we please have the roll call?
Chair Quigg,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Joe,
Here.
and Commissioner Wong.
Present.
All
Thank you.
commissioners accounted for. Thank you.
Thank you. May we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I'm going to put my little flag here. Jean, I saw yours last time. It was wonderful, but this is all I have. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Agenda review. Is there anyone of the commissioners that has a comment on the agenda review? You know, I need to see everybody. I need to get a different view here. Okay. Hi, everybody. Now I can see everybody. Anyone have any change to the agenda? Seeing none, at this point, number 2 would be approval of minutes. We have no minutes this evening. Item number 3 is public communication. This is reserved for anyone to comment on items that are not on the agenda. I don't see anyone. Is there anyone there for public comments?
Chair Quigg, we don't have any members of the public joining us this evening that wishes to speak under public comment.
Thank you. The next item is public hearing. And this is notice to the public persons wished anyway. The item before us is 4A under public hearing, and that it's a continued public hearing on the adoption of a resolution confirming review of the 2020 to 2025 5-year capital improvement program and fiscal year 21-22 capital improvement budget and its conformance with the general plan pursuant to California Government Code number 65401. And this is a public hearing and it is an action item. This item was heard at the May 17th, 2021 meeting. There is a video recording of that meeting. However, it was continued from the regular Planning Commission meeting to this evening. If anyone wishes to see the video recording, it is at https://www.youtube.com/watch?v equal N16ZSDXXSHQ. At this moment, we would like the presentation from staff, please.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Quigg, Planning Commissioners, staff, and members of the public. My name is Sam Fielding. I'm the Senior Planner here at the Community Development Department for Millbrae, and I will be presenting this item this evening. Key Lim, our Public Works Director, will also be available at the end of the presentation to answer any questions we have on the CIP. So I'm now going to proceed to share the screen. Is everyone able to see the opening slide of the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this item again is the adoption and conformance of Millbrae's fiscal year 2021-22 capital improvement program and the FY 2020-2025 5-year CIP with the general plan. Okay. Again, the subject of this is the adoption of a resolution confirming review of the 2020-2025 5-year capital improvement program and the fiscal year 2021-22 CIP and its conformance with the Millbrae general plan pursuant to California Government Code section 65401. And this is a special public hearing. Section 65401 of the California Government Code requires that every year the City Council consider for approval a budget for the first year of the 5-year CIP. This government code requires that for agencies that have adopted a general plan, a coordinated program of proposed public works ensuing fiscal year capital improvement plan is to be submitted to the City Planning Agency for review as to conformity with the adopted general plan. The Planning Commission has been charged with this responsibility by City Council. The determination of consistency or conformity is needed prior to the City Council's adoption of the CIP. The Council will use the Commission's determination for this purpose. The capital improvement program projects are spread out through various elements of the city facilities, streets, storm, water, sewer, parks, and community and downtown enhancement. There's more detail about the specific projects and how they are in conformance with the general plan in the staff report and the attachments. The CIP projects were evaluated for conformity with the general plan, and they were found to be consistent with the general plan as outlined in the staff report and the attachments. The fiscal year 2021-22 and the 2020-25 5-year CIP and its budget have been reviewed for consistency with the goals and policies of the City of Millbrae's general plan and have been found to be consistent. Staff is recommending that the Planning Commission review the project, consider the public testimony and the findings as presented, and consider adopting the attached resolution approving adoption of a resolution confirming review of the 2020-25 5-year CIP and the FY 2021-22 CIP program budget and its conformance with the Millbrae General Plan pursuant to California Government Code Section 65401. This concludes my presentation. Staff is available to answer questions, and we also have the Director of Public Works, Key Lim, to answer any specific questions about the CIP projects.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions from the commissioners on this item? No one has any comments? I'm trying to get this off so I can see the raised hands here.
Catherine, I have a question.
Alan, Commissioner Wong?
Yes,
Is
if
that
I might.
your- Yes, please. I'm trying to get the, can you stop sharing the screen,
Yes.
please? Oh, great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Commissioner Wong.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good to see everybody. I'd like to just start broad. I know we're in the middle of this 5-year CIP and the plan and the goals may have been set. But if we can start broad, either from Key or Roscoe, about the overall goals and objectives and the prioritization for the public works projects, the CIP projects. What are we trying to achieve? The 5-year CIP plan?
Key, is this something you can answer?
Good evening, Chair. I think I can attempt to take a jab at that.
Yeah.
This is the first time we brought a capital program to Planning Commission for review. We haven't had the tendency or the habit of doing so in the past. I'm glad that we do, so that you understand what we are doing in public works. So in a general scheme of things, capital improvement program, this is in addition to and beyond your routine operation and maintenance. And these are looking at putting in new facility, for example, infrastructures, buildings, roadway, that sort of things. So how do we prioritize that? First and foremost is the utility. So we look at all our underground utilities. Millbrae run is water system, sewer system, storm, roadway, and treatment plant. So we want to make sure that these aging infrastructures are repaired in a way that is acceptable to the city and also that can last for centuries to come. So we take it from the ground up. So we look at other utilities over the last 10 years or so. The city has been focusing on San Francisco Baykeeper consent decree. So since 2017, we had replaced close to 10, 11 miles of sewer pipeline out of the 55 miles of main line that we have had. So we have reduced a lot of inflow and infiltration into our system, into the sewer system, thereby reducing the flow coming into the treatment plant and also reducing our operation costs. So the objective of capital improvement program is to have a sustainable infrastructure, and we keep the quality of life of Millbrae, the standards of living high, and also we need to have a financing plan that we can afford to implement the projects that we needed to do in order to keep our city safe and livable, and people want to come here, live here, want to move here, want to work here, and want to come here and have fun. So this is our objective, a sustainable infrastructure program.
Thank you very much. Are there any other questions? I believe that our mission tonight is to ensure that the capital improvement projects are consistent with the general plan. Therefore, the questions should be focused, if there are any questions, on if you find inconsistencies. Otherwise, our mission tonight is basically to move forward with the resolution to ensure that the capital improvement projects are consistent with the general plan. I understand that is our only focus this evening. So unless we have gone through all of the goals and basically under the city facilities that have outlined the general plan, I would tend to think we are okay. That being said, are there any other questions relating to the inconsistency between the capital improvement projects and the general plan? And yes, Mr. Lim, I thought, I don't think I've seen this before in all my years. So there's something new all the time, but I think it's a really good exercise for us to be understanding of what the capital improvement projects and the relationship with our general plan.
Right. Chair Quake, if I may, I would like to give you guys a quick background on how we arrived to the budget this year.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, so we have been all working, all departments, all city departments. So we started the process back in in March. So in April, on April 27, 2021, we brought the item to the city council for a study session. At the April 27 city council meeting, we primarily focused on our general fund and how we're gonna be able to accommodate our needs based on the general funds reduction that we have experienced over the last year since the pandemic. And then again, on May 11, we brought the item again to the city council. And this time on May 11, we focused primarily on the capital improvement program. She went to all of the major capital projects. And then next Tuesday night, June 8th, we are planning to bring the whole final budget to the city council for adoption. And that will also include about 160 pages long of budget book. So this time I encourage our planning commissioners to take some time, look at the budget book, because in the budget book, we have expended a lot of resources on it for each of the project. We have a page to it. We have some pictures, and we have the funding sources and what was the objective of each of this individual project. And there are no less than 100 projects. So if I may just highlight on a couple of the capital improvement program, I think Planning Commission will be very interested in mobility because it is a chapter of our general plan. So as part of the street capital improvement program, we have a $3 million grant, which is coming out from ASIC, the Affordable Housing and Sustainable Community grant of $3 million to improve pedestrians and bicycle safety along from Millbrae Transit Station, which is Millbrae BART Station, all the way into San Bruno. So we are working with San Bruno over the years, connecting the dots on the bike plan. And then also along Millbrae Avenue, especially that portion across US 101. We all know that it is very challenging for us to get across 101 on foot or on bicycle. So we have an interim project using the ASIC funding. We are going to be doing some striping and pedestrian improvement in the interim while we are looking for permanent funding to build the overpass. Because the city has a long-term objective, which is also in the San Mateo County bike plan, to build a bike bridge across 101 along Millbrae Avenue, connecting the Bay Trail to the east side. So those are sort of the highlight that I'd like the commission to understand why this is important and why we are doing it. And then any question, feel free to ask us. If I can't answer any other question tonight, I'll be happy to bring them back to you some other day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I see, yes, Commissioner Wong, please.
Just in terms of feedback and comments. So I think in order to provide valuable input and community input for these projects, I think it's important to note that, with the developments, the major developments that we have in our city with the TOD projects, with the El Camino Real project, with the community center rebuild, and with the downtown, economic revitalization. But I mapped out, the different projects, the CIP projects on the list. I don't really see a lot of the focus of these projects on those key areas. And I would think that the community, the city council. I mean, just in general, I think what our community is looking for is to support those major projects and to revitalize our city, so that any capital projects, some of the focus and some of the priorities should be going into that. For example, say we have the community center rebuild, and if we, don't, put more effort or thought into the Central Park, then it's almost similar to someone remodeling their house but leaving their landscaping unfinished. I'm not sure of all the other projects going on, but we know that we want to go after the El Camino Real remodeling. That's going to really revitalize our city and change the complexion of our city. So, for example, like there was a project in there for the median renovation for El Camino Real. And if there's going to be a whole rebuild of El Camino Real, if redoing the median strip is sustainable, or if it's going to last, because it may be demolished in the near future. And then also,
Commissioner,
I'm sorry.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Wong, if I may. So the projects that are identified in the CIP are specific projects, and what the commission is tasked to do is to make a vote on whether those projects are consistent with the general plan. So if a project is not on there, that is not under the purview of the planning commission at this time. So it's analogous to a single family homeowner who wishes to rebuild their house, and not a house across the street. So we're just really focusing on the items that are on the CIP program and not the ones that aren't.
Thank you. That
I mean,
being said,
here,
do we
I
have,
think-
go ahead.
sorry, I was going to address Commissioner Wong a question real quickly about some of the funding, if I may. If not, I'm fine.
Yes.
So for Commissioner Wong, some of the funding you mentioned, those are a great question. Recreation Center was actually last year's CIP in 1920, so we didn't include it this year. This year will be just cash flow expenditure plan, because the project will be, I'll see all of you there next June. So when we do our grand opening of our recreation center. So some of the projects you mentioned, those are all funded by general fund, and general funds are suffering a bit right now because of the downturn in tourism industry. And then also just that commissioners are aware that we currently have a development impact fee in there. There is some pretty substantial parkland fee that could be used for a lot of these improvements as this project comes into the pipeline. And also we are working on some recycle water project planning right now. We are getting some state grant from the state to pay for that. And then we are going to be including the development impact fee, expanding it to include recycle water project to it. And then we are continuing to look at our development impact fee, continue to adjust it for inflation and for the type of project we want to see in our city. So fundings will be coming down. It's just not right now immediately in this current fiscal year where we're planning the capital program for. I
Thank
hope
you,
that answers your question.
Through the chair,
Yes.
I can recommend that. I don't believe the commission has opened it up to public comment yet. Maybe that's something that the commission wishes to do at this time.
Right. Thank you very much. Public comment period. Now that we have had the staff report, is there anyone that wishes to speak on this? Has anyone called in, or are there anybody that wishes to speak on this project?
I see no one in the public that wishes to speak on this item at this time.
Thank you. There being none, I would recommend that we close the public comment portion of the meeting. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to adopt the attached resolution confirming review of the 2020 to 2025 5-year capital improvement program and fiscal year 2021 and 2022 capital improvement program budget, finding that they are in conformance with the Millbrae General Plan.
Second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Oh,
Second
Okay,
by.
Maureen, I heard a little voice. Can we have the votes, please? Can you please call the votes?
Yes. Chair Quigg,
Yes.
Commissioner Wong,
And no,
Okay.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
and Commissioner Joe.
Yes.
It sounds like it's 3-1.
The motion passes 3-1. Commissioner Wong dissenting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is staff updates. Do we have any updates?
Yeah, we have a big update.
Oh, wonderful.
One update, but a very significant one. On behalf of Community Development Director Smith and I'd like to introduce our new administrative assistant,
Hi.
Christy Barberini.
Barberini.
Yes, so we're very pleased to have Christy join our team. And this is her first planning commission meeting, and we're just trying to acclimate her. She started yesterday, so very, very new to the department. She has extensive background, last working doing interior improvements for GAP, and she's got a lot of experience on the private sector side. Very familiar with plans and documents and processes and permitting. So we're very pleased to have her, and as we move on, you'll see more and more emails from her. And as she coordinates and sets up these planning commission meetings. So, Christy, do you want to say a few words?
Oh, no, thanks for that introduction. I look forward to working with everyone. I've already been learning a ton and really excited to be on these calls. So thanks.
I'll just say, this is Darcy Smith, Community Development Director. Yes, we are very honored that another Barberini has joined the Millbrae family. She is former chief's sister. But I will say I've known her personally because I worked with the chief in San Bruno for many years, now chief in San Mateo. And yes, we are quite lucky to have such an experienced administrative assistant to join our team. And she's very passionate about public service and working with all of you. So we're very, very excited to have her on our team.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to working with everyone. So thank you for the work.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Cindy Barberini. So since Darcy brought it up, how are you related to the other Barberini? Did I hear you say a sister? Or?
Yes, Ed Barberini is my sister, my brother. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome. We're
you.
really excited. Thank you so much.
So am I. Thank you.
Okay, that was a wonderful update. Are there any, that being the only one, I understand, is that it?
That's the only update for this evening, although I do want to say that the next planning commission meeting scheduled for June 7 on Monday. The planning commission will be hearing the affordable housing ordinance, and that will be a recommendation to the city council. That'll be the only item on that agenda. And then also June 21st, we do anticipate having that planning commission meeting. Three items: 2 single-family home design review applications and 1 conditional use permit.
Okay, so on the June 7th meeting, there's only 1 item. Did
That's
I
correct.
understand that correctly?
That's
and are we having a meeting on the 3rd, the 3rd Monday of June? Is
Yes.
that, yeah, and
That's
that's the one where you mentioned right there. And then we also have a joint meeting with the city council, I believe, at the end of the month, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Joint meeting regarding the general plan update.
Yeah. Okay. With no more staff updates at this moment, are there any commission comments? No commission comments. Boy, we're all quiet this evening. I guess because it's a special meeting. Yes, Commissioner Wong.
Yes, Catherine, I'd like to make a statement. Just in terms of my decision to provide a dissenting vote on the CIP, I just want to continue to emphasize that, with our recent work in the last couple of years, our work on our Planning Commission work plan and other documents and priorities and projects that we've talked about, we emphasized work on the TOD projects, El Camino, Riel renovation, downtown revitalization, community center rebuild. And I think that this project could go a long ways towards supporting those projects. In essence, with all these renovations, these city rebuilds, they always say if you build it, they will come. And so when we build all these projects, it's going to be a lot more people, and it's going to bring with it, other issues and other concerns, traffic and circulation and so forth. And so I think that, and the need for recreation. So I think that a lot of the CIP priorities should go into supporting, the impact that the new city rebuild. And that's what I think the priority should be those, the overall, I think on the website it says Millbrae 2040. We should think ahead and prioritize and focus on CIP goals that support that. Obviously, if there's critical infrastructure that's needed, that would take precedence. But we should also think about projects that support all our other work plan goals.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any other commission comments?
Oh, I'm not sure where this is. Do we have the, Planning Commission update in terms of new candidates for the commission, or do we not know that yet? They were due today. In terms of candidates for the Planning Commission, do we have any update on that?
Staff have any updates on that?
I can give you a brief update. It closes tonight at Darcy Smith, Community Development Director. It closes tonight at midnight. And the City Council has tentatively set interviews for next Tuesday night.
And how many people?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't closed yet.
It's going to be a busy meeting for council next Tuesday night. Lots going on. Okay, thank you very much. That being said,
Through the chair.
yes.
One more item, I apologize. Sorry. For the next Planning Commission meeting, we'll be doing the rotation of the chair and vice chair.
Right.
So I just wanted to give you all a heads up that will be on the agenda as well.
Right, because it's effective the first meeting in July, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you. No other commission comments. I move to adjourn the special planning commission meeting of June the 2nd. Good evening, everyone, and have a pleasant evening. And what is that? Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you all.
We'll see you on Monday night. It's going to be short. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so when I close this also, it should stop recording.